This is Good Morning San Diego.
The median price for a home in San Diego is on the rise, making it harder for teachers, police officers, and nurses to afford a home with their salaries. Joining us now to discuss the issue is President of Parents for Quality Education, Mark Powell. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Jason. How are you?
Good, thank you. I just had a chance to read your op-ed in the UT. Tell us what motivated. What motivated you to write that.
I have friends that are in law enforcement. I know a number of teachers that are just now entering into the profession. These police officers, these teachers who enter into the profession have a starting salary of roughly $60,000 to $70,000 a year. But what they tell me is, Mark, I can't afford to live in the same city that I'm hired to protect. I can't afford to live in the same city to teach the kids that live here. So they have a solution. What they do is they have to move out of the city, miles and miles out, and they have to travel hours to get to work. But there is a solution. That's the good news, Jason.
Tell us the solution. It's actually very straightforward.
It's really simple. Point Loma Nazarene University did a study a few years ago. They determined that regulatory costs, that's permit fees, and let's substitute the word permit fees for taxes. Regulatory costs eat up about 30 to 50% of the cost for building a home. Those regulatory costs are determined by our elected officials and government bureaucrats. If they're serious about building affordable housing, they will waive all of those permit fees to allow people to come in and build. Right now, the cost of building has skyrocketed. Jason, plywood is $100 a sheet. It's impossible to build affordable housing when you have building costs that are that high.
Well, yeah, and so how much is that going to set, even if you offset the building fees by eliminating those building fees, materials alone, is that cost prohibitive in making what we refer to as affordable housing?
Well, and that's an excellent question. Let's put it into perspective. Last year, approximately a year ago, the median price home in San Diego was $650,000. This year, the price is now $850,000, a 30% increase. Yet salaries didn't go up 30%. And as we see teachers retiring and police officers retiring, you know who's taking their spots? The new people who are at the bottom. So if we can get homes down to $500,000, that is affordable for most people. And that's about where we need to be. However, we can get lower if they're building multi-unit housing and letting people rent in there. But with rent, you know, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Claremont is going to cost you $3,500 a month. That's eating up almost all of their salary. So in other words, we have to build affordable housing to keep our first responders, to keep our teachers, to keep our nurses living in the city that they're working in, or we're going to have serious issues in the future.
In your op-ed, you also mentioned the issue of solar power.
Okay, now this is something where our politicians appear to not be able to get out of their own way. They'll say they want affordable housing, yet they'll do everything they can to make homes less affordable. For example, by mandating solar on every single home that's built that's new is going to raise the price anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. So you can't say you want affordable housing and yet put in all of these, they're called point of sale mandates, retrofits, requiring contractors to spend a lot more money and make homes affordable. What they're actually doing with all of these are making homes less affordable, which is just, it's insane really is what it is. You can't say you want affordable housing and then increase taxes and fees on the housing that you're asking the developers to make more affordable.
Yeah, trying to make the numbers add up. Okay, Mark, we appreciate your time. And,
Thank you.
And it is very, very good op-ed. We're very well thought out and written.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Enjoy your Sunday, Jason.
You too, Mark. See you soon.